So I'm finishing up the 3/4 view illustration here by adding color. Now I usually wouldn't already ink in the outline. I would do the marker first and then do the final step would be to ink the outline. But for this, I'm going to just continue with it. So I'm using a darker color for the skin tone so that you can see how to handle the darker colors. Starting at the face, going around the mouth and around the eyes, so not completely coloring in those areas. And okay to leave white, and working my way down. So again, always thinking about that cylinder. So heavier pressure when I go on the outer parts of each body part, and lighter pressure when I go in the center. And again, it's okay to leave white. And also, if you mess up, I'll show you what you can do to correct it if you didn't want certain area to be colored. So working my way down, thinking of the cylinder, darker on the outer edges, and then some areas that shadow, where the garment meets the flesh, that would be a shadow area. I tested my marker prior to this, and it's not going to bleed, so I can go closer to the edges to make more shadow. Okay, so starting out first, just blocking in, working my way down, just getting a layer of color first on there. Long strokes, no back and forth. So first I'm just blocking in. Now I'll go back and I'll shadow. Again, the areas I'm considering around the hairline. In the 3/4 view face, one side of the nose, the ear, the eyes, under the lip, under the chin, around the neckline. A darker, more pressure. Around the neck, around the armholes, where the garment meets the body, that's going to be darker. This arm and this leg are going to be darker than this one. So again, thinking of the cylinder, so okay to leave some white. Around the bathing suit, the bodysuit, darker. Then this leg is going to be a lot darker than the other one because it's a little further back. The knee, darker. Starting to get rid of that white. Don't want as much white on this side. Knee, darker. One side of the leg, other side of the leg, darker. Calf muscles, darker. Ankle. This side of the foot, the whole foot maybe even darker. Then this side, not the same, don't make it striped. Make it different. This side maybe a little more white around the knee, just a touch, leaving more white on this side. I think that'll get dark there. The arm, the elbow, bend of the elbow, the fingers, the bend of the fingers, the thumb, anything that's behind is going to get darker. So that's how I would work with the dark color. And the reason why I say to always do the outline last, because then you can smooth out. If your marker went further, you can smooth it out. With darker colors, you can use accents of white to accent areas like maybe her eyes, her cheek, and even on the body itself, you can call out more highlights with white pencil when you are working with a darker area, a darker background. So then with her face. I'll color in the mouth. I can also blend it a little. And if you've been using your blender marker, make sure you clean it first because it picks up all the colors that you've used before. And then for the hair, so again, my method is I like to use the color pencil, a few strokes, but also darker around the face. Anywhere there that the face connects with the hair, I get darker. And then I go lighter as it gets towards the outer parts, and maybe some of the tips also get lighter. Not a lot of lines needed, but heavy pressure there. So that's what I would do. And then I would take the blender marker and blend in, so I have some gradations of color: light, medium, dark. So heavy around the face, but lighter as I go away. You can extend it beyond. So that's what I would do for the hair, and then I would also go back and using my mechanical pen that's a little heavier, accent some of the hair with the pen. Not all of it, just a few lines accenting to show the movement of the hair. I think my pen is actually dried up. Oh no, it's working a little bit. And then accenting the mouth, the eyes. Going back over the eyebrows, eyelashes, just so I can see the face a little more. Okay. And then the last step would be coloring in the bodysuit. I'll make it a flesh color. Just go right here. Make it all one color, nude. So now I have my 3/4, and I could shade a little more actually. Oh, one other way of shading also is working with gray. If you have a gray pencil or a gray marker, it's good to use it for shading. So some of the areas I want to shade around her bust line. And again, don't make it stripy, make it random. So what you do on one side, don't do on the other side. I'm just gonna go across actually. Gonna shade here a little. And then I'll take the blender marker and blend that in. So if you wanted more of a contrast in your shading, you would use a gray marker on lighter colors. Okay. So that's the 3/4 view completed that you'll be submitting for homework.